couldn't ask for a better man for her. He makes her smile, and she makes him smile. God bless you both.
I just want to say I love you both. You look great together, and she's been looking her whole life for a good guy. I couldn't ask for a better one. I love you guys.
To do good things and like motivate you. It's not like a wishy-washy.
Mom just never thought she was good enough.
So then what was the wedding about?
It was just my mom and pretty much my sister just didn't like her.
Oh.
They just thought that Shannan had taken me away from them and moved me out in Colorado.
I'm definitely...
Oh, don't look at Daddy. He's opening his birthday present.
I want
He's getting a month of Thrive.
Heck yeah. Oh, you got to be kidding me. I gotta censor this, Bella. You serious?
Ice, ice. The kids are thrilled with your birthday present.
Oh, yeah, definitely wearing this. Are you serious?
Serious.
Hell yeah! Oh my goodness!
Cece got her ice.
June 7th. Oh my goodness, I gotta take that day off and the day after off. Hell yeah!
Hey guys. So I'm hopping on here. I got a couple things to do and I figured I'd first turn the volume up so I can, not that I gotta hear you guys, but I have a couple things I'm doing real quick in the office. I'm going to hold on one second. I had to put my password in. All right. I love when they have you reset your password when you don't want it to be. It's always when you're in a hurry, you know. Hey Sharon. Yeah, I gotta print out this label. I gotta go to the post office real quick while the girls are sleeping. I have a couple things to mail out. I got something for you coming, Sharon, for Chris. So that's coming out. Hold on, let me put a new password in real quick. Gotta put it in twice, duh. Yeah, I know. Hold on, guys. Gotta put it in twice. Has to be capital. Has to have a special character. Has to have a number. Lowercase. Blood type. Everything. So I have several packages going out today. I have some samples going out. I have some special goodies going out. I'm putting together a package for my mother-in-law, which... All right, so I have a package going out for her, some Boost. She's really, really, really bad, illness, I should say. So, sorry, you got to see my wall in my mirror for a minute. So I'm sending her Boost until she... Hi guys, say hi Bella. We gotta get you dressed, kid.
I know,
Bella's
right?
eating. Bella's eating some of the ingredients.
She got a nice little bowl of chocolate chips.
Look at that. What is that, Bella? Can you show them? What is it? Is it chocolate?
Is it chocolate?
It's chocolate mini morsels, right? Yeah, good job. So she's been eating my peanut butter and the chocolate morsels so far today. So we're gonna let a few more people hop on, and then we're gonna get cooking here, and we'll explain to you what we're cooking up over here. So,
yeah, welcome to the 12 days of Christmas, Lavelle Day, and even though I like to claim that I could probably cook, I can't at all. So I'm gonna let my wife do all the cooking. She's gonna make up some Thrive Bites for us.
And I'm gonna go wash my hands real fast.
Uh-oh. She's gonna leave me here alone. Oh, we got some people joining. Bella, look. Got people looking at us. Say hi. Wife's gonna be making up some Thrive Bites here in a second, so make sure you hop on and join us for the 12 days of Christmas. Bella's got some chocolate chips.
I need a Lavelle apron. Alright guys. Hey Michelle. Hey Amanda. Bella's showing you what she's eating. She's eating the ingredients. She's been eating the ingredients since I've been getting them prepared, so. So we're gonna make Thrive Bites today. Chris didn't want to go on live doing it because he didn't want to mess anything up. Not that you can mess anything up with Thrive Bites. It's so simple. Except for today, we're gonna double the recipe because we love. Hey guys. Don't mind my hair. I'm still not ready yet. It's a little on the untamed side. I'm gonna have to fire in it a little bit here in a little bit. But I was sitting here getting ready, and I just kind of wanted to share some things with you guys, and kind of just touch base on some things that are going on with Lavelle and with me, and kind of see what you guys are, if you guys are interested, and I have an opportunity for you guys. And the thing is my whole thing this morning is what if you tried Thrive and it made you feel amazing? What if you tried it and it changed your life? Everyone's skeptical, and I get it. I was skeptical for 14 months. I didn't believe in Thrive. I didn't believe in something that would literally make me feel amazing and happy. I didn't believe in feeling better. So that was all new to me. I was really a huge skeptic, actually. 14 months to be exact. And finally, I gave it a shot. I was trying to prove my friend wrong, Mandy, and I told her it wasn't going to work for me. I didn't need energy. I didn't need to feel better. That nothing that she had was going to do that for me, because I've never had anything that actually literally changed everything about the way I looked at things, how I felt. Getting up, I mean, it's 9:30 here in the morning, and I'm ready. I've been ready since 7:30. I never woke up early because I wanted to before. I never woke up an hour before the kids before because I wanted to. And I've been waking up early every day to kind of help people and get people started, and building a team. I love the fact that I have so many people underneath me, or with me, should I say, that want to better themselves and better their life and better their children's lives and their families' lives. And Lavelle has that opportunity. You can do that. I mean, I know that sounds absolutely absurd and crazy, and there's no company out there that can do that for you. But Thrive does. Like, Lavelle, the company itself, is a family. And I've been with so many different direct sales companies before, and none of them ever follow through in helping you. It's kind of like, hey, sign up, do this, and there you go, have fun. Here, we are a family. We literally work hand in hand every day with you. And, you know, it's not like that here. My leaders work with me on a daily basis, and they help me. That I was happening. I looked like this still, but my inside felt awful. Everything was just bad. And I lost a lot of friends. I had people who I thought were my closest friends who didn't believe me, didn't believe I felt amazing, didn't believe I was struggling, didn't believe I was hurting. A lot of stress, you know, and all that was going on in my life. And so at that same time, I was in this bad place, I met my Chris. I met my husband now. And he's been the best thing, besides my children, that has ever happened to me. Because he's understood my struggles. He was okay with me canceling dates or canceling reservations or canceling last minute because 10 minutes ago I felt amazing. And then 10 minutes later I didn't. I believe things happen for a reason. I believe the struggle I had that year helped me see my husband. I believe God works in mysterious ways. I believe he places people in your life at the right time. 6 months to meeting Chris, I ignored his friend request. My friend sent us both a friend suggestion for each other, and I deleted it. Didn't need anything about him. I didn't want him. And then fast forward 6 months, I was diagnosed with my health challenges and was in a pretty rough place. And he sent me a friend request. And I said, "What the heck? We're never going to meet. It's just Facebook, right?" The thing about Facebook is you eventually probably meet the person, which is great. And we met and we fell in love. And long story short, we're here. I couldn't have asked God for a better man in my life because he's so supportive. He takes care of me. He's becoming funnier in his old age, I tell him. He's sexy. He's good looking. And he does take care of our girls. Like, he's probably the best father I could have asked for my children. And I couldn't have asked for a better man. But he completes me. I know that's cliche, but it's the truth. He completes me. And so with that being said, I believe things happen for a reason. I believe in fate. I believe that we come into each other's lives at the right time, at the right moment. We sometimes leave each other's lives and come back. I've done that with many friends where we've gone our own ways because we've had our issues, we've had our struggles, we've had life happen. I mean, shoot, life happens whether we want it to or not. So I believe in that. I believe in fate. I believe people come into our lives to help us meet other people. I know that I've had friends in my life that I wouldn't necessarily call good friends right now. I said, but they've introduced me to people that I'm really good friends with now, and that are a positive influence in my life. And I think that you need people in your life that create positivity, that improve you, that just help you become a better person, no matter what it is. I mean, I've had people in my life that just talking to them makes me a better person. Someone encourages you. Make sure you have people in your life that encourage you and motivate you and compliment you. Anyone that... Hey guys. It's so fun. Like, I love baking, but I like doing it with someone. So I'm going live because I've already started. One is in the oven. I'm making the second one right now. I'm so excited. Who's joining me? Who wants to bake with me? I don't want to bake alone today. Who's on? Who wants to hop on with me? So I'm making this, I'll tell you, because I already told everyone this morning. Mini cannolis. I'm actually doubling the batch, which is going to be amazing. So I made the cannoli filling, and then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator to chill. Saw me in the email. What's your email, Megan? I wish Chris was home today so he could do the dishes as I bake. Herb, these are going to be amazing. I decided to make just the mini ones. Megan, I haven't seen it. So you're just with me this morning. I just hop out of the shower and I'm getting ready. My mother-in-law's here today, so she flew in to spend 2 weeks with the girls, and her and my father-in-law are going to babysit the kids while we are in Punta Cana. So I'm really excited. We're gonna go to the store and wander around a little bit today. So you're here with me getting ready because it's a busy day for me. Have to finalize our taxes today, so that's gonna be get that out of the way before we leave. So good morning, Christina. Sorry, I'm getting ready. Hey, Mandy. You gotta exfoliate. Best exfoliator for your lips ever. So I wanted to come on here to get ready and talk to you guys because a lot has happened this past year. And this day last year, I made the biggest decision that I had made in a long time, and that was to officially make my initial purchase with Lavelle. Hey, Michelle. So today marks 1 year anniversary for my Thrive experience. I can't believe it because I almost forgot. Like, I forget what month we're in. So this time last year, I was a free customer for a little over a month with my buddy Mandy. And I finally said, okay, I had enough with the way I felt, and it was time for me to make a change. And I know that I was a skeptic for 14 months. I was the worst friend ever to Mandy. Sorry, the lighting's horrible in here. Morning, Sarah. So I was the worst friend. I ignored her posts. I ignored her text messages. I ignored anything she had mentioned about Thrive. I pretty much ignored her. Can you guys hear me okay? Because I'm a little bit away from the phone. If I can get ready properly. So anyway, so I was the worst friend whatsoever with Mandy. And she basically didn't give up on me. She knew my struggles. She knew, you know, what I was going through, like health-wise. You know, I had 2 kids, brand new mom still. Even though my daughter's 3, I'm still a brand new mom. So like it was just a lot on me, and I was working 2 jobs, one full-time, one part-time. So I was working about 60 hours a week and still a stay-at-home mom all day long. So I was really exhausted. Exhausted, tired, drained. I couldn't focus. I couldn't think straight. Look at the eyebrows. I have them now.
Before the headlines, before the investigations, before the world tried to make sense of something that felt impossible to understand, there was a story that looked ordinary. From the outside, it seemed like a relationship many people could recognize. Photos filled with smiles, shared milestones, a growing family, moments that suggested connection, commitment, and something that looked very much like love. Friends and followers saw what appeared to be a couple building a life together, step by step, in a way that felt familiar and even admirable. And for a while, no one questioned it. Because when something looks consistent, when it's presented over and over again in the same way, it becomes easy to accept it as truth. The laughter, the affection, the sense of partnership, it all felt real. Or at least, real enough. But sometimes what's visible isn't the full picture. Because relationships don't exist in photos. They exist in moments no one else sees, in conversations that aren't shared, in emotions that aren't expressed publicly, in tensions that don't make it into the version of the story people choose to show. And that's where the question begins to take shape. Was what people saw actually love, or was it something that only looked like it? It's not an easy question to answer, especially when everything appears so convincing on the surface. But as time passed, and as more details began to come to light, that polished image started to feel less certain, less complete. Because when you start to look closely, there are always small things, subtle shifts, quiet moments that don't quite match the bigger picture. And if you're interested in stories that go beyond what's shown on the surface, make sure you like and subscribe, because this one goes deeper than most people expect. Because the more you look back, the harder it becomes to ignore one possibility, that what seemed like love might not have been what it appeared to be at all. When you look closer at how their relationship developed, the picture becomes more complicated. At the beginning, it followed a familiar path. They met, connected, and quickly built something that looked strong from the outside. There was excitement, momentum, and a sense that everything was moving forward at the right pace. To anyone watching, it seemed natural, like two people who had found what they were looking for. But relationships aren't defined by how they begin. They're defined by how they grow. And as time went on, the dynamic between them began to show subtle differences that weren't obvious at first. Personality plays a role in every relationship, and theirs was no exception. One appeared more expressive, more outwardly engaged, sharing moments and emotions openly. The other seemed quieter, more reserved, less visible in how feelings were shown. At first, that contrast might not seem unusual. In many relationships, differences can balance each other out. But over time, those differences can also create distance, especially if communication doesn't fully bridge the gap. There were moments, small ones, where the balance felt uneven. Decisions, expectations, and responsibilities all played their part, shaping how the relationship functioned behind the scenes. From the outside, everything still looked intact, but internally, it may not have felt the same for both people involved. And that's where things become harder to define. Because love isn't just about what's shown, it's about what's felt. And sometimes, what one person feels deeply, the other experiences differently. If you've been following closely, don't forget to share this, because sometimes the truth isn't hidden, it's just overlooked. Looking back, it raises questions that didn't seem important at the time. Was the connection equally strong on both sides? Were both people fully present in the relationship? Or was one already starting to pull away? Because when those questions begin to surface, the story starts to shift. And what once looked like a solid foundation begins to feel uncertain. Over time, something began to shift, and it wasn't something that could be easily seen from the outside. Because change in a relationship doesn't always arrive loudly. It doesn't always come with clear signs or obvious moments where everything turns. Sometimes it happens quietly, gradually, in ways that are easy to miss unless you're looking closely. At first, it might have been subtle, a difference in energy, a change in how conversations felt, the kind of shift that can be explained away as stress, routine, or just the natural ups and downs of life. Nothing that immediately signals something deeper. But when those small changes continue, they start to form a pattern. And patterns tell a story. There were signs of emotional distance, moments where one person seemed present physically, but not fully engaged. The kind of presence that looks normal from the outside, but feels different when you're inside it. Less connected, less responsive. As if something had already started to pull away long before anyone else noticed. And that raises a difficult question. Can someone continue to go through the motions of a relationship while no longer feeling the same way inside? Because from the outside, everything still looked intact. The same routines, the same appearances, the same sense of normalcy. But internally, something may have already changed in a way that couldn't be easily reversed. That's what makes this part of the story so important. Because when emotional disconnection begins, it doesn't always show itself clearly. It can exist quietly, building over time, hidden beneath what people expect to see. If this is making you see things from a different perspective, go ahead and hit that like button, because what comes next challenges everything people thought they understood. Because by the time the shift becomes undeniable, it's often already too late to understand when it truly started. And that's where the question becomes harder to ignore. If something had already changed beneath the surface, then what people believed they were seeing might not have been real anymore. And that changes everything. After everything came to light, the question people kept returning to wasn't just what happened, it was how to understand what had existed before it. Because once a story changes so drastically, it forces people to look back at every detail in a different way. Moments that once felt genuine are re-examined. Words, actions, expressions, all of it is viewed through a new lens, one shaped by what is now known. And that's where the divide begins. Some believe that there had to be real love at some point, that relationships don't begin the way theirs did without some level of genuine connection. They point to the early days, the shared experiences, the life that was built together, and say that something real must have existed, even if it changed over time. Others see it differently. They believe that what looked like love may have been something else entirely, something shaped more by circumstance, expectation, or convenience than true emotional connection. That what was shown publicly may not have reflected what was actually felt privately. And the truth is, both perspectives raise valid questions. Because love isn't something you can measure from the outside. It isn't something that can be proven through appearances alone. It exists in ways that are often invisible to everyone, except the people directly involved. But when actions and outcomes don't align with what love is supposed to represent, it becomes harder to define what was real and what wasn't. Let me know what you think. Do you believe the love was ever genuine, or do you think it was something that only looked real from the outside? Because this is where the story becomes less about clear answers and more about interpretation, about trying to understand something that may never be fully explained. And the more people try to make sense of it, the more one thing becomes clear. Whatever existed between them wasn't as simple as it once seemed. And maybe it never was. In the end, the question doesn't come with a simple answer. Did he ever love her? It's the kind of question people keep asking, because it feels like it should have a clear response. Yes or no, real or not. But the truth is rarely that simple. Because love isn't just something you say, or something you show in moments that can be captured and shared. It's something that's reflected over time, in consistency, in presence, in the way someone chooses to act when it matters most. And that's where everything becomes difficult to reconcile. Because when people look back now, they're not just looking at what was said or shown. They're looking at what it all led to. And when the outcome doesn't align with what love is supposed to be, it forces a deeper question. Was it ever truly there? Or was it something that only looked real from the outside? Maybe there were moments that felt genuine, moments where things seemed normal, where the connection felt real in that moment. But if those feelings existed, they didn't last in the way people expect love to last. They didn't hold, they didn't grow, and they didn't prevent everything that came after. And that's what makes this story so unsettling. Because it challenges something people often take for granted, that what they see in a relationship reflects what's actually there. But sometimes, what's shown is only part of the picture. Sometimes, the deeper truth exists in ways that aren't visible until it's too late. If you've stayed with this story until the end, make sure you subscribe and share. Because stories like this remind us to look beyond appearances and question what we think we understand. Because maybe the most honest answer isn't clear-cut. Maybe it's this: that whatever was there wasn't enough to be called real love in the end. And that realization is what leaves the biggest question behind. How well can we ever truly know what exists between two people when so much of it happens behind closed doors?